And we're live. Yes, we are. What's happening, everybody? It's good to see you. We've got 11. 11. Welcome, 11. This is for you guys. 11. Bilbo, what's happening, man? Bilbo is just sitting there. How's everybody doing? What's everybody up to on this fine Friday? And I am just sitting here like Bilbo, doing pretty much the same. Who else is doing the same? Actually, I had a productive day. XB says, can't see or hear anything. What's happening, Paroli? Paroli might be in a similar state. We're at 9 here. Lick the stream if you hear. I'll lick the stream. It's been a long time since I've worn Nautica Voyage. I own a bottle of Nautica. I once wore it for a week straight. I did the Christo challenge. Christo once had a challenge saying the challenge was he challenged people to wear one of the worst perfumes in their collection for a week straight. I ended up going with Nautica Voyage, and I don't remember what he chose. We're going way back, years. How's everybody doing? Lick the stream on your way in. Say hello. Let us know you're here. This is for you guys. Stream for you guys. Here we go. Let's cheers. What are you guys drinking? Let's everybody drink. Cheers. Cheers to the stream. What should we cheers to? Cheers to Saturday afternoons in Melbourne, Australia. What's happening, Australia? Just finished mowing my lawn. It's summer there. That's right. Green grass. Here it's cold. Here we got the trees are bare. They're skeleton trees. Means it's beer o'clock. I guess it's beer o'clock all day on the weekends. Brilliant timing, big fella. Scent of the day. Get along home. Well, thanks for being here. Enjoy your beer and stick around. We're gonna have some fun. I'm sure your grass looks great. What's happening, Kratos? There he is. There you are, Kratos. Thanks for being here. Let us know what you guys are wearing. What's happening, Saab? Good to see you. Pearly is in Queer to Sheen. Queer to Sheen. That's right. Les Indemnidable, Queer to Sheen. Let us know how you like it. What's happening, Amin? Drawn by Sense. Hello from Seoul. Scent of the day, Trudon 2. Nice. Kratos, quiet night is always for me. What does that mean? What do you guys do in the evenings? What are you guys up to? I love changing my days up. Like, that's one thing I don't like to get. I don't like patterns. That's what I'm trying to do, is like stay away from being predictable patterns. I almost want like every day to be different, you know? I know a lot of people, they really love being organized, and fuck, all the people I would marry to were like that. They were very like, everything had to be in order. And everything for me was complete opposite. You know, I loved spontaneity. I loved having no structure, just doing whatever I wanted, whenever, you know? I love that. I love that feeling of just that freedom. What's happening, Lane? Scent of the day for me is Monsieur. What's going on, April? It's been a while since I've worn Monsieur, but I did think about I think about Monsieur and Promise, and when I would potentially wear them next. And I don't see that happening. Like, I just like, when would I wear these next? Lick the stream. What's happening? Duncan, good to see you. Lick the stream. April is in What's Happening, you good sir, in chat. In Van Cleef and Arpels Bois d'Iris, very good perfume. I always wanted that. And it's still available, I imagine, isn't it? A very good iris. Nice woody, cedary, vanillic sort of iris. Could pass for a Guerlain easily. Easily. It's like that sort of iris. Mikey V, I'm here for you, man. Cheers, Mikey V. What are we drinking? What's everybody drinking? I wonder, do you all drink, or do some of you not drink intentionally, purposely? I'm just not a fan of poison. Lily says, what's happening, Lily? Good to see you, as always. Cheers to Eugene aging backwards. Thank you. Despite his upcoming birthday. Yes, I will be 49. 49. I got 1 year to kill it. I got 1 year to kill it and look great for my 50th. I'm putting on a lot of muscle, though. I just got to putting on some extra layers of warmth as well. But I've put on a lot of muscle in the last couple months. So that's going to come in handy for the 50th. Mike V is in Ensemble Suave. Why does that not sound familiar, Mike V? Remind us. I need a drink after seeing perfume prices in department store. Right? I know what you mean. What are some of the worst that you've noticed? Like, what rings a bell for you? For me, it's obviously Guerlain, because that's what's closest to me. I was going through some Facebook pictures today, and I saw my very first picture standing in front of the Guerlain boutique in Toronto, and I was like, I miss this damn place. Come back to us. But like, I'm most noticing it with Guerlain, because that's where my eyes are. I'm always just watching Guerlain. But who else has raised prices drastically? I see some of those amouages are like $500, but they're at very steep concentrations. Even $500 is like. What about Aqua de Parma? Have they raised prices? Cheers from Sydney, Australia. Another Australia. Hello, Shirley. I'm wearing Christian Dior Eau Noir with Molinard Lavande. It's so good. Well, I love Eau Noir. I've not smelled Molinard Lavande, but I love lavender. I freaking love lavender and all of its textures and its scratchiness. I love the feeling of lavender. I love the dryness. I love the vanillic sort of. It's very sexy lavender. It's like dry nails on, or scratchy nails on. Dry lavender is like scratchy nails on skin, like on soft vanillic skin. That's what it feels like. And sometimes, like, I imagine I'm smelling purple, but I think that's like I'm tricking myself because of the color of lavender, obviously. Like when I'm smelling just like a sheath of lavender. What's happening, Bobby O and Fev, the bean? Bobby is in the crazy bean. Fev Delicious. I have Fev. Where's Fev? I haven't shown you what I'm wearing, but here's Fev. Big, goopy, warm tonka bean. Slightly furry, eh? It's got a little bit of musk in there. It's got a little bit of musk. What's your question, Dunk? What was your question? Okay, let me go back and find Duncan's questions. I see it here. Lick, stream licked. All right, lick the stream. Yes, lick the stream. Lick the stream. I do not drink anymore. Yeah, mostly water for me too. That's all I drink is is water. I don't even drink. I stopped drinking coffee. I'll drink tea maybe like once a week. Yeah, it's poison. I see many people turn evil from the alcohol. I drink water or coffee. I don't mind if people drink next to me. Like I don't. Like my friend I have friends that drink and that's great. I sometimes feel like I'll order a where did I go? I went somewhere recently and somebody had wine and I'm like, I feel like I should be drinking wine as well, but I don't want to feel like I just don't want to do anything that I don't feel like, so I'm not going to. And even though I'm in this like established, I had water. I ordered water twice, like, and then I went to another place after, and they did the exact same thing. I got a club soda water. I'm like, I'm not going to drink just because I'm somewhere, but uh, yeah. I mean, we all got our different poisons, though, right? I'm not saying I abstained from all poisons, but just this poison. I've got other poisons. Everybody's got poisons. I'm definitely not perfect. Yeah? No. Well, I mean, only how many shelves are disorganized? No, they're pretty good. Like these three here they're pretty good. They're pretty good. We got a little bit of a sitch happening over here, but yeah. No, it's all good. It's all happening. It's all happening. What's happening, David? Good to see you. Ah, the question should be which brands haven't raised their prices. Guessing chemical lines have doubled in price. Yeah, those those are about $15 at Samir's the last I saw. That's right. Agua de Parma is cheapest chips on the secondhand market and discounters. Great brands to explore right now. They were always available on discounters, from what I remember. What's happening, Mohammed? Good to see you. Keep flowing. Yes, keep flowing. We got to flow. We don't want to be stuck. You get stuck, you get in a rut, and then it's hard to get that train going, You got to lay off the brakes. Yeah. Aqua de Parma. Are there any Aqua de Parmas that you guys like? I don't wear any of my Aqua de Parmas. The few that I've had or owned, I've had a few, I've sold a few, and I don't think I'll be getting any more. Eugene, you'd love Au Noir? Is what? Uniwar? Is that Christian Dior Au Noir? What are you talking about? Is that a different perfume? Great lavender. What kind of pickup truck? What kind of pickup do you? I drive a Dodge Ram, a black Dodge Ram. Fev is actually discontinued. Really, they've been saying this for years. Discontinuation rumors have been swirling for years, not just with Dior, but with Guerlain, and they're constantly saying things are getting discontinued, and they never do. I hear now that Tonka Imperial, they're saying, is getting discontinued. And it's just like another one of those, oh man, they've been saying this for years and years and years. I don't know where this stuff comes from, but is Fev actually discontinued? I imagine it's one of their best sellers and can't imagine them actually discontinuing it. That's crazy. Pat Lester says, what's happening, Pat? Hello, Eugene. Sent of the day, Chypre Palatin. I love it. I love it. Where's my here? Here. Looky. I love this. It's so good. It's so good. It reminds me of mix of Mitsuko. Um, all right, and Parfum de Trace, a dry, leathery, plummy fragrance. I love the mandarin. I'm a big fan of the mandarin in this. I think it's chocolatey on me. I wore this about 2 weeks ago. It's so damn good. It does have that. Did you say plum? Yeah, it's got like a pruny, prunal, almost like a Coco Chanel thing going on here. That prune and amber, golden amber, that sweetness from the prune and the powders as well. It's so beautiful. It's got a nice flow to it. Like the way you breathe it in. I'm not sure what this is, Dunk. I think you'd love Unino. I could never stop coffee. I thought that the same. I thought I'd never be able to stop coffee. I was drinking so much of it. Not only was I drinking, I was addicted to caffeine pills and all sorts of things, and I didn't think I'd ever be able to stop, but I just felt like it was dysregulating me. I was like, I'm not enjoying it anymore. That's what it came to. So I was just like, it's got to go. Anything that I'm not enjoying, it's got to go. Like, why am I going to consume this stuff if it's not helpful or beneficial and hurting? I felt like it was hurting me. It threw my sleep off, but my sleep patterns are weird too. I like to go to bed really, really late and get up at weird hours. I hope that's working for you, Bilbo. eBayers are already selling bottles of. Really? Are you kidding? It's that out of control? I got to show you what I've been wearing this week. All right, so today I am in. This is what I wore. Okay, this is the Eau de Parfum. Beautiful. I love this. I think we had the conversation between this and the Concentré without doing a side by side. I think with a side by side, it feels like there's a little bit of a. Who cares? This wears brilliantly. Okay, I love this. Doesn't matter if it's been reformulated or not. This was exceptional today, and I felt full and complete with it. So, big fan of this. The Eau de Parfum. I really love the vanilla in here. It's so nutty, eh? It feels of a high quality. I don't know if it's a synthetic or a natural, but if it smells really good. That and the lavender and the vanilla, the spices. It's really beautiful. It has beautiful contrasts. A little bit soapy, a little bit dry. It's got some wetness to it. You know, the citruses, the powders. It's a beautiful barbershop. So this is Chanel. You can't miss, you cannot miss. And this evening after my shower, I'm in this. And again, I can't miss. This is my my journaling perfume. This is what I wore to journal. I was just journaling before I started this. And I wear specific perfumes to journal. So that's what I'm in. I was in Pour Monsieur. I was in this. Yesterday I was in, you'll be surprised by this, Te Matcha, which is a really powdery, very powdery, soft and warm. And I love that. I love that, those characteristics, soft, warm, and powdery like this. This is what I wore the day before. And this is iris and rose and possibly some violets, fruity, floral, very warm and powder. It's like fruity, textured, almost like edible powder. They're like these pellets that I want to eat, these powdery pellets. It's just soft and so warm and cozy. I love this. Like, this is my thing. Soft and warm and round. Florals. Florals. Once you try Molinard Lavande, you'll fall in love, especially with Honor from Dior. You'll whiff yourself all day. Where can I find Molinard? Do they have that in Canada? Molinard. Okay, I'm going to look for it because I do love a good lavender. Oh, man. Mike V says, I take my chances with a drunk driver over someone driving while trying to unpack a fragrance. Oh, man. The roads were clear. The roads were clear. Kratos says, I own large bottles of Acqua Parma, Quercia Club, and Mandarolo de Sicilia. I knew it was a Ram. I got one too. I love it. 2500 diesel. Ooh, boy. That's a big truck. Mine is the 1500 Sport. Yes. I used to drink mine black too. No sugar, no cream, no milk. And I loved it. I don't eat pastry or breads hardly ever, though. So you should be like thin as a rake then. If you don't have pastry or breads and you cut out all carbs. Oh, it's the beer. Beer's got tons of carbs. Drinking beer will make it a challenge to get in shape. That's why I don't drink it. Beer just bloats me. You know? I remember being young and going to the bar and with your buddies, and you'd pour your beer and you'd be like, it's like you would compete who would get like the least foam in the mug, and whoever would get the least foam would it would just be like this competition. And lo and behold, like many years later, I found out that you want to make the foam. Otherwise, if it doesn't foam in your cup, it's going to end up foaming in your gut. And that's where the bloating came from. And it's so funny to just kind of learn these things as you go along. It's like young amateurs drinking beer in the pubs. What's happening, Alan Hansen? Good to see you. Time for the vodka diet. Hey, you know what? What a bunch of did you guys see what Anu sent? I've got some of them right here. All right. I think this is like very interesting to me because it's very new. And this is the body spray. I really like this. I mean, I like everything he sent, but this is something different. It feels different. It's so powdery. This feels almost more like Bella Respiro than 19. Like it's more ambery. It's still hugely floral, but it's a different pitch. It's like number 19 is high pitched. I remember 19 being like sort of, it has an element of high pitch in here, but this is all very more monotone and softer, but it still has that beautiful greenness, the lush greenness. What's happening, Sergio? Good to see you. Guys, as you're coming in, lick the stream. Drop your sense of the day. Say hello. Let us know you're here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Alan Hansen's in Jubilation 40 for 3 days in a row. I'll switch it up tomorrow. How do you compare that to the original? Do you prefer? I'm curious because I really like Jubilation. Now, do you prefer this? Do you like the original better? What are the main kind of differences for you? I really enjoy Poumon sur EDP. It's one of my favorite fragrances in my collection. I have, and thank you for recommending it. Chanel brand is amazing, says Lane. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I love it myself. And I found it very early on in my journey. And I remember a coworker, he was like, I was wearing it one day and he came running up. He's like, what the hell are you wearing? I love whatever it is you're wearing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I told him what it was. And he went to the department store with his girlfriend. And he ended up coming back and he's like, I wanted to buy it. But when I showed it to my girlfriend, she said it was too old manish. And I was like, no, it's not old manish. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's so classy. Famous says, tried the whole whiskey thing, buying artisan. I never even thought about the whiskey rabbit hole. Ended up just putting splashes in my coffee, $15 coffees. Artisanal whiskey. Oh man, independent niche whiskey. I imagine that's something. I tried a bunch of like the craft beers. I had a time with craft beers and I really enjoyed those. I can't even imagine what the whiskeys would be like. But the craft beers were great, especially the ones that are brewed here in Ontario. Craft beer, like after I tried craft, I never went back to regular beer. Like Molson or Budweiser, I could never drink that anyway. Molson is a very flat and uninteresting beer. And you got to drink it ice cold, otherwise it tastes like shit. It's like they want to freeze the shitty taste, so you just chug more. I don't know. Canadian beer and like the mass appealing stuff is not very good at all. The craft beer is brilliant though. Fragby has Molinards for dirt cheap. This is Mike V. All right, we'll check those out. Pradeep says, sent of the day, Iris Silver Miss. What's happening, Pradeep? There's a good iris for you. There's a cold iris. I was just talking to somebody about cold irises. Cold iris. That's a cold iris. Grandpa Duncan lived to be 101, and I hear he had one shot a day. I still wonder what. All right. Here's a good topic. It depends. It depends what for, because clearly they do different things. Obviously, if I want to chill, it's indica. But if I'm creative and I'm writing, which I'm always writing, I just picked this up, my new journal, and I'm writing. It's sativa. Like sativa, just get the. You know what I mean? It's like everything is just coming out, and it just flows. Yeah, but sativa is they're very different. Sativa quiets the mind. It will quiet the mind, and you can really pick up the regulation of your body. That's what it does for me. I can really go into the heart, into the breathing. You can feel the whole nervous system kind of connected. But if I had to choose one, I would say sativa. Yeah. Hybrids are good too. Yeah, hybrids are good. What's happening, Alexander? Some hybrids. Yeah, they can get tricky. Sometimes you get tricked, eh? Sometimes you're like, oops, didn't mean to do that. But the dispensaries are just starting to open up here in Mississauga, aren't they? Bilbo, you're in Mississauga, right? Is Bilbo from Toronto? Bilbo? Do I know you? But they're starting to open up dispensaries here where I live, which they never did before. The city never wanted them. Yeah, I tried Chanel Cristal. Smells too feminine, cold. Is that good or bad? Flava Sauce says, hi, Flava Sauce. Antaeus growing. What do you mean growing on you? How is it not grown on you yet? What is it about Antaeus that hasn't captured you or has kept you away? I'm shocked. I'm I'm completely shocked that you're not into the Antaeus thing. I'd go indica only if I had one choice. Oof, nah. I would just be sleeping and I would never move or get up. Like if that's all I was. Nah, those are the lazy guy stuff. That's like if you have no inhibition or you just want to chill and turn your mind off. And those catch up to you really quick. Right now I'm sampling Naomi Goodsir line. Great fragrances. Have you tried this line? No, but Rich talks really highly about them. I've not tried. I might have tried one or two. I'm in Pineapple Horror. I love Aventus. GB40 sounds interesting. Reflection 45 is one of the best frags. Really? Reflection 45. Reflection 45. Okay. That good, eh? I am an Antaeus style pour monsieur. It's got a compliment somehow. It got a compliment. I don't know how anyone can dislike it. It's lavender and vanilla. Like, what is hard to dislike about this? It's very clean. There's nothing. I just can't imagine. It's soapy and fresh and clean, and I only drink artisanal Pabst Blue. Love me a Molson. This is the Molson Ice. Maximum Ice is the crap we used to drink in high school because it was like 11 or 12%. That's what they were turning out back then. Beer at 12%, and we had a beer store right outside of our high school, like down the street. So like on our lunches, we would go and hang out in front of the beer store and ask people going in to buy us beer. And it would usually be like this Molson Ice or Maximum Ice. I don't know. Is it still in existence? Maximum Ice? Do they still sell that stuff? It was horrible. It was so bad. But I haven't heard that name in like 20 years. Yeah, Chavape are good too, man. I haven't had a Carlsberg in years either. Fragrance Spy should have the Molinard. All right, so Alan Henson says, for me, compared to Jubilation, 40 is deeper with deeper amber tones. The berry notes seem candied instead of fresh. Okay. And most incredible is mildly mentholated. The original is very soft. I know it's soft. I love that. I love the softness of it. What's happening, Catherine? I got your Christmas card. Thank you. Catherine sent a Christmas card. Like every year, Catherine sends a Christmas card. Not just Catherine. I get Christmas cards from several people. But thank you. I appreciate that. And she says she is an Iris degree. Alert is in. Lane says, I'm such an old soul. So the older classic perfumes, they just click for me and make me happy. I just can't enjoy a lot of these more modern scents. Yeah, you wear what you like. That's the whole point. And let people that enjoy these modern scents, let them enjoy that too. I know. I don't enjoy everything either. And that's why we love what we love. Oh, it's been a while since I've been to Maximum. I got to go see Samir and Larry and the crew, but great place. I love Samir. I love going there. I love Larry. They always make so much time for me. You know, I've gone there. I can't even count, like hundreds, dozens and dozens and dozens of times. And whenever I go in, they always make time for me. Sometimes I'm there for 45 minutes. I've been there for 2 hours, you know, and we're just talking about perfume and enjoying each other's company. So awesome place. I love it. Love both of those guys. Cold Iris number 18, right? 18. 18 is interesting. Iris isn't the first thing that comes to my mind. So many other things, you know, I think of so many other things before Iris. Oh, Pradeep says, Pradeep with the comes through in the clutch here. Cristal has been changed significantly when they put it in the number 5. Really? You've tried it yourself? And you've given, like, you've put enough air in the bottle to know that, you know, because this is the tricky part. New bottles always, like, if it's from a new bottle, they always smell different. You always have to get some air in there. You wear it 3 or 4 or 5 times before you get it flowing, because the perfume is stuck and it needs to breathe, right? So yeah, let it flow. I don't know. I always feel like before making like a really, like a choice or you just got to wear it 4 or 5 times. Get air in there. But I haven't smelled it, so I don't know. But we'll see. Who you calling? I'm not calling anyone lazy. I can get lazy, of course. I'm a woman. Antaeus is pretty butch, but La Doulette Excuse has helped unlock my appreciation for it. All right. I struggled with Antaeus when I first met it. I had a very interesting experience with Antaeus, and I disliked it very much. I strongly disliked. I hated it. I thought it was awful, and I wondered, like, how and why anyone would ever want to wear this when I first smelled it. But something about it kept me coming back for. I was drawn to it in this weird, really weird way. Like when I first met it, it was very witchy and dark and gothic and so strange. I've never smelled anything like it. Anything like what is castoreum? You know, back then when I was like, what the hell is castoreum? Why do they have leather in perfumes? You know, none of that made sense. I was like, only a brand like Chanel would put this out. I thought, like, I remember thinking only Chanel would do this. Like, Chanel's got to do something weird. They can't be like everybody else, I thought. And why would they make this? But every time I came back to that department, I can only find it at one department store within, you know, several hours of me. And whenever we went to that department, this is the first thing I did when we got to that mall was I ran to the Chanel counter. I was like, I have to smell that perfume in the black bottle again. And as much as I hated it, I wanted it. Like I was like, I really want this. I really, really want, even though I don't think I can wear this, I wanted it. And that was it. And Maria ended up buying it for me for Christmas one year. And I was like, I want it, even though I'm not going to wear it. I'm going to have it just so I can smell it whenever I get the urge. And then I just started wearing it. And I'm like, I love this. I freaking love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I remember wearing it to work one day. I got really bold and brave. And I'm like, I'm going to wear this to work. And the owner of the place came. He doesn't spend a lot of time with the employees, but he came over to discuss something. So we were looking at some blueprints and some drawings, and I had Antaeus on, and I can feel I remember the beeswax was starting to come out and the honey, and it was everywhere. It was growing all over the place. And the owner, he's this 70-year-old, very well dressed, respected, very proper, very classy guy. And I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if he's going to say anything. I wonder if this is obnoxious. I wonder if this is going to hurt his feelings. I wonder what he's thinking. He couldn't have been, he was probably thinking nothing. Who knows, right? But I was very nervous at that time. Because Antaeus was very new to me and I didn't know what to expect. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. But I love it. I love Antaeus. Hey, Jane, here is the code of the never arrived sample order. Please check what's going on. Okay, I think I know what's going on. I think I know who you are. I think you're the sample set going to Germany, right? Okay, I'll have a look. I can never remember the differences between sativa and indica. My dispensary just tells me daytime. That's a good way of putting it. Is it legal everywhere in the US? I didn't know it was legal in the US. Yes. Yeah, sativa's going to keep you up. It'll fuck with your head, definitely. It's like taking a handful of ephedrine or something, right? Or a lot of, you know what? A lot of ADHD medication has similar feelings to me. Like I've tried ADHD medication. I get similar results as sativa. It's like that focus, that tunnel vision. Poor Monsieur is nice. I just don't really notice it. Really? Mine feels like an intense, but I never have problems smelling my perfume. But this thing feels like an intense. I wore it all day. I even went to the gym, and even coming home and afterward, like after the gym, I can still smell it on me. Marakovic, Chivapa are amazing. Dude, Chivapa are just amazing. Everybody loves a good Chivap. Maximum Ice was gateway to heroin. Damn. Tantalum says, hello, Eugene. Love from Malaysia. Love you back. Love you back. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for being here. Where's Rudy? Where is Rudy? I'm sure Rudy's around somewhere. Ricola says, have you sampled any of the Louis Vuittons? I've not sampled any of anything from the last couple of years, but I did pick up some of their earlier releases. I got Ombre Nomad. I got a few of them, actually. Right? I got Ombre Nomad, Au Hasard, Nouveau Monde, and Nuit de Feu. No, I spent a lot of money at Samir's, man. A lot of money. But it was all well worth it. I got my Rojas at Samir's. What else? Man, I bought a lot of stuff. Christo bought a lot of stuff from Samir's. You go back into our videos. We've been going there for years, man. Years we've been doing unboxings from Samir's. In the couch. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I like Antaeus, but it doesn't last long. Antaeus has got a subtleness to it. It does. Come back to it. Why is it disappearing so quickly? It doesn't last long. It lasts on me. It might not be the most intense thing. It feels like my bottle was more intense when I first got it, and now it has really settled down. And like just as I was saying earlier, like the beeswax and the honey, as my the owner of the shop was next to me, I remember feeling that, and I don't recall getting that honey and beeswax anymore from my bottle, and I missed that. And I was like, what happened to you? Where did you go? The honey just disappeared. I don't know where it went, but it's been a long time since we've met. And I'm a little bit disappointed because I missed the honey. I missed that beeswax. You got 2012 Eau Sauvage and 2012 Sheep Repel. You're set. You got 2 babies, man. You're set. Love those 75 ml Chanels. That one there? Yeah. Anu sent this as well. This is number 19 Eau de Parfum. Vintage. Refillable. I won't open that. And he sent this. Have I showed this yet? Where are we? Have I showed this? I don't even know. We just got off track. This is what you guys came for. I know what you guys came for. I know what all 44 of you are here for. And I've waited 47 minutes to show this. But before I show it, I'm going to ask you to lick the stream. Lick the stream. We got 2 licks. I see 2 licks. Whatever happened to the licks? What happened to the licks? Can I get a lick? Lick. Okay, look at this. Damn. This is Samsara Pure Parfum. I haven't worn this yet. It's very rosy. I find this more rosy than the Eau de Parfum's ylangi. You know what I mean? I find the Eau de Parfum more ylangi and this more rosé. Like a very soft, powdery, piercing rose. Like there is something piercing in here, very sharp under all that softness. Spice. I get the gingerbread spice in here. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit on. And I want this to kind of morph on my skin. Anuj, you are a Hellcat. Thank you for this. Anuj is an angel in disguise. Don't let that bad boy fool you. Okay. Like this is a discontinued unicorn. You know, this is a unicorn. Probably just as much as Nahima Pure Parfum. This was discontinued before Nahima was. God. But the beauty's in the dry down. When the smoke and the incense and the sandalwood oil warm up. Ever buy fragrance stoned and regret? I've never bought one stoned, but I've regretted a lot of purchases. Yes. I'm still on the hunt for the most perfect green fragrance, and still nothing seems to dethrone Bella de Speedo. All the green frags seem too sharp to my nose. Thanks for sharing your love for this fragrance. You're welcome. Yeah, how about 19? Like 19 is great too, and still different. You know, there's still different. I like the. You know what I like for green? I really like this. I got to share my love for this. I'm really enjoying this te matcha, and it is green and floral and woody and vanillic and soft. And I mean, it's nothing like 19. Don't get me wrong, it's nothing like 19, but it's still really nice. And it does remind me of. It does have pieces of Santal 33 here, but the best pieces, like stripped away from all that aggressive woody, sharp, jagged pieces. You know, it still has that powderiness, it has that figginess, that greenness. The trail is absolutely gorgeous. Like I smelled this on my sister. I came home and my sister was here and she sprayed something and something smelled familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, did you spray Santal 33? She was like, no, I sprayed Te Matcha. I was like, holy shit, that smells really, really good. Like I like that. And yeah, I've been enjoying that for greens as well. So I love my greens. Pradeep says, nice story. Don't think I can wear Antaeus at work. The French will bitch for a week at the cafe. What are the French wearing? Like if you can't wear Antaeus in Paris, where are you gonna wear it? What are they wearing there? La Vies Belle? Montguerlon? What's going on? Baccarat Rouge 540? Santal 33? What do you smell most in Paris, Pradeep? What's happening, Kev? Good to see you, man. Looking lean and healthy, bro. Working out, bro. I'm in the gym every day, man. Every day. Every day I'm lifting heavy, like heavy. And I love it. I love it. It tires, like it really fatigues my heart. And I sleep good at night. When I decide to sleep, I sleep better. But it's yeah, I love exercising, man. I love exercising. I think LTE is the longest lasting frag in my collection. I wore it once. I could smell it today after 2 showers. It really, it does not. I don't think it has the interlude aggressiveness, but I'm glad that it works for you. Wednesday. Today's Friday, bro. Mm. I get that from Tuscan leather. I can always smell it the next day, even after a shower, even after applying something else. I can feel Tuscan coming alive, like underneath and sometimes over the top of the new fragrance that I've applied for the day. It has that sort of power. Tuscan leather was one of the strongest things for me. And Interlude. Interlude was a beast. With Antaeus, it was a skin scent after 4 hours, but I did spray and maybe it rubbed off on my jacket. Devil Sent Me, What's Happening says, I don't give a shit about compliments, but the one I get from them and asked about, especially lately, is Nicolai Amber Oud. Nobody talks about it much. I haven't tried Nicolai. No, I don't think I've tried it. I've tried incense oud. I have a sample of incense oud, and I've got this, and that's. I have tried Queer Cuba. I've tried the patchouli. I can't remember the name of the patchouli. This is the only one that I own, and I love this. This is really, really good. Classic barber shoppy fougere sort of thing. I've tried Louis Vuitton Rhapsody because people were raving about it. Didn't impress me, especially after Alessa. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Catherine, you're such a joy. Is that a vintage bottle of Paroli of what? Of what? Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to the stream. I need one more survival kit for post-election drama. Krashimir Kunchev. What's happening? Says Senta de Emanuel Ungaro's Diva. I have a bottle of Diva. That is a Jacques Pols. Yes, amazing Polish creation. Aldehydes, honey, carnation, civets. Still a mind-boggling cheapie. Yeah, and it's very powdery. Let me get Diva. I had an ex-girlfriend I dated for 2 years, and she got married after and had a daughter and named her daughter Diva. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, Diva. 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 Here we go. Diva. Viva la Diva. I bought this blindly just because it was a Polish from Samir. I got this at Maximum Fragrance. It's very sharp and it's astringent. Did you say astringent? It's a little bit astringent. I mean, it smells like a Chanel. It smells like a Chanel style of fragrance. Talk to Anuj, Eugene. Talk to Anuj about Jean Couturier 12. It's mind blowing, like nothing else. Fougere. Does Anuj have it? Platinum Egoiste is a great green. It's a great metallic, and rosy. It's like a metallic rosé is what I see. This is really good. It's just like billowing up off of the paper. I can feel the warmth coming off, like from over here, as I'm talking. Yeah. I get like reflections of red in Platinum Egoiste. Where's that coming from? Is it carnation? Is it geranium? Best herbal frag. Something with clary sage, I would say. An old fougere. Something with mint. How about, it's herbal? How about Beau de Jour? Catherine says lifting every day is not the best way. What's the best way, Catherine? Chang, what's happening? Chang says a lot more Gris Dior now in Paris. Still a lot of Bois d'Argent everywhere. I remember they saying, and thank you for that. I remember they saying that Bois d'Argent was kind of the scent of Paris, but I didn't realize this is the first time I'm hearing Gris Dior. Interesting. I can never get on with Gris Dior. I found it way too sharp. I love Bois d'Argent though. God, this is really pretty. It's very full. Ricolas says, I'm on the hunt for a perfect modern fougere. Rive Gauche doesn't do it for me. For me, neither. I wore it recently. Beau de Jour, yes. Invasion Barbare. How about Masculine Pluriel? How about Paco Rabanne pour homme? How about Frenchie? Le Franchi. Or Frenchie Lavande. How about this? How about this? Oh, he's a modern fougere. Modern fougere. I lift trays of dino chicken nuggets out of the oven on the daily. Well, it's Good to see that you're getting your sets and your reps, and so consistency was going to pay off. Is this vintage? Well, I don't know how to answer that, other than I don't know how to answer that. How can you tell what is vintage? 15 ml made in France. I can give you the code if that's going to help. But give me a second here. Maybe somebody can punch it in. MA2 20 or Q? It looks like MA22Q. I'm not sure if it's vintage. It's super powdery. It has like this huge layer of powder to it and soapiness. It's really soapy, like extremely soapy. XB says, busy night for me, but had to stop to give a big thumbs up. Scent of the night, Guerlain, vanilla, planifolia extrait 21. All right, thanks for dropping in and giving us your scent of the day, and for licking the stream. How are those Guerlain extraits doing? What has the feedback been like? I've tried some of them. Some of them were quite nice. I did like the iris. I smelled the Tonka, and it the first thing that struck me was Tonka Imperial, but like a more refined, like elevated, smoother version of it. It felt like a flanker, a family member, almost like something like 19 and Bella Despiro, of that sense. Alan says, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Carnation is criminally underutilized. Yes. Carnation and clove. Eugenol is what you want. Eugenol. Carnation and clove. I love that too. Diva means wild in Bulgarian. Interesting. No, she is not my daughter. What's your take on Kurgyan's? It's softer. I quite liked it. If I didn't have an older... Bois d'Argent. Bois d'Argent. I've not tried Bois d'Argent. Kurgyan's Bois d'Argent. I don't know it. Is it different? Have they changed it? I don't know. I haven't tried it. But I don't have the oldest Bois d'Argent, but I have the Damashi. Gregore. Hello from Madrid. What's happening, Gregore? I've seen that you have a 450 ml Maison Christian Dior. Which one is it? I don't have any 450 mLs. I have a couple of... Where are you looking here? That is probably Spice Blend. I have Vetiver in 250. I have Purple Oud and Patchouli Imperial. Yeah, let me have a look. Yeah, it's Patchouli Imperial, and that's Spice Blend. And the sprayer has crapped out on this. I would love to wear it, but just like nothing comes out. You can see that. You get like a little spray there. It's like a little bit of spit, like somebody spitting on you while they're talking. They got a little bit of food on the corner of their mouth and then it ends up on you. It's like that kind of thing. That's one. And I've got at least two more like that, maybe three. Vintage Oud Ispahan. And I'm sure I can find more, but it's becoming a thing. And I've heard other people mention similar, that their sprayers on their Christian Dior balls have crapped out. Kevin, what's going on, man? But Babush, can't think of anything I own that lasts longer on me than those Lesovs. I hope that's a good thing. Awesome. They do last. They absolutely last. Nautica Voyage is a nice herbal. What do you want to know, Bobby? Like, I'm getting pulled in so many directions here. Okay, what do you want to know about Samsara? Let me know. What can I tell you? Like, we've talked about Samsara here a million times. What can I tell you? Elaine says, I have a sample of 12 from Anuj. It's a very nice Fougere fragrance. You need to give time between lifting days to let the broken. Yeah. Everything is so sore, though, and it's already been like so long. Kratos says, I find calisthenics works for me. Yeah, everybody has different things. I used to love going on the treadmill. I used to love running outdoors. It changes, but it's still love. It's still love, and I love it. It completely fills me and consumes me. It's such a great feeling afterwards. That and going out into the forest, I love that. Like out in nature with fresh air and trees and water, like a lake. I prefer lake to. I love rivers, but I prefer lakes, and that's where I find love. Is just being peaceful, just letting go, laying back. The forest and the gym. There's lots of love there. We need some bong rips. You know what? It's been an hour. I think it's time to let one rip. I'm gonna have to put you guys on hold here. Beau de Jour is herbal fascio. It's good. Beau de Jour is good. It's, what I like about it? It's probably one of the more interesting barbershops that's come out in a long time. I love the rosemary. It's so spicy. What's happening, Daniel? It's good to see you. I sent your samples out the other day. Hang on, let me grab some bottles. Ooh. There's a Fougere. Amber Pourhomme, a soapy barbershop Fougere. What happened to the light? Beau de Jour. Okay, not a Fougere. Okay, but I wore this a couple days ago. Not yesterday. When did I wear this? 2 days ago. And it's so good. This is so good. This is a big amber. Who's tried this? This is Traverse de Bosphore. Bertrand Duchefort. You know what this is? You know what this reminds me of? Shalimar. There's so much Shalimar in here. Obviously, it's not like a direct hit, but there's so much inspiration. Like you can definitely feel the spirit of Shalimar in there. What's happened? Chamad Pourhomme is a killer green. It is a very petrol-y, leathery green. Kevin says you're forgetting that Eugene is a Balkan boy of the Kosovo. Christ. What? Kosovo. Daniels has been trying Sizzly. They have pretty good stuff. Budik is good, man. cheese burek, meat burek, any kind of burek, pita, apple. I love the apple with the cinnamon inside. Oh, it's so good. With the nuts, the walnuts too. My mom makes that a ton. Apple burek. And she'll make cheese burek. And then ones with meat and potatoes. And they're delicious. They're so good. I swear I love my mom's cooking. The best cooking in the world, you know. If I could eat anywhere, it would be my mom's. La Frenchie, I get that green verbena. Yeah, what about the lavender? What about the patchouli? It's got that lemongrass. That it has that great lemongrass opening. Balkan boys have beards by kindergarten. I didn't have a beard I didn't even have a beard in high school. I couldn't grow a beard. I could barely grow a mustache in high school. And my son's the same way. Like he's graduated, he's done 1 year of college, and he doesn't have much facial hair. And I was the same way. No facial hair for a long, long time. Try New York Intense. Yes, try New York Intense. Everybody try New York Intense. Yes, on Samsara. Yes, on Samsara. 5 digits, so it's old. What's up, Margie? Good to see you. How are you? Margie Noir. Margie, what are you wearing? Let us know. Some Sizzlies are surprisingly good. My mother-in-law gave me Dior Poison Esprit, the parfum. Is that the green bottle? This stuff is fantastic. Best version of Poison Vintage, Modern, and Flankers. There are some really good Poison Flankers. I don't remember what they are right now, but there was a time where I remember wanting a few of them. Chang says, I like the iris and the bergamot ones of Guerlain Extrait, but the price, 550 euros. Yeah, and I thought they were 50 ml. The bottles were smaller. And I found out they were 30, and I was like, oh my God, that's even worse. 550 euros. I don't know how much they are Canadian, but now I'm curious. Now that you mention it, I am so curious. So let me see if I can find this. What are the prices in Canadian? Does anyone want to know? Guerlain. $750. The site can't be reached. I click on the site and it says can't be reached. Good. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. Site can't be reached again. It's too funny. The universe is sending me a message and it says you do not need these. Wait, it is 50. It says here 50 mil. Why was I told? Again, different link. Can't be reached. What's going on here? Are they 50? This site can't be reached. Are we still live? Are we live? Oh, we're live. Why can't I open these links? Iris Paleta X-ray. Yeah. Okay, so let me have a look here. Oh, it says 50 ml here. Why am I so confused? So it is 50 ml, 750 Canadian bucks. You know what? If this was, I have a feeling if this was 2017, I would have bought them all unapologetically, and I would have loved them. Emile says, Rich Mitch can't stand Coudion's Bois d'Argent, and that's the only one available in stores now. Well, have you tried it? Do you like it? And the Eau Noir's been reformulated. I don't mind it. I mean, if that was my only option, I would buy it, the Eau Noir. But I haven't smelled the Bois d'Argent. But hopefully they didn't totally like decimate it. Margie's in the house. Yes, Margie's here. Everybody loves Margie. Look at this. Margie. Catherine. So much love in the air. What's going on here? Love brings people. Love brought all these people together. They're all here because they want to be loved. Is it possible one of the Guerlain extracts is under the tree? We shall see. Is anyone gifting themselves perfume for Christmas? Is that a thing? Do people still gift each other themselves things, or other people? What about perfume? Margie says sativa. Why, Margie? Tell us why. I want to know why. Samsara feels like a playful Rue Cambon, says Habichi. Yeah? In what sense? In what sense? What do you find connects them? A Cambon. Like an ambery sense? This is so big. This is like shoulder pad, like 80s shoulder pads big. Come on, we're not calling weed drugs now still, are we? Are we still there? Are we still stuck there? Can we call it medicine? It sounds so much better. It's such a horrible name to call it a drug when it's not. It grows out of the ground. It's like an herb. It's a weed. It's exactly what it is, a weed. Oh yeah, that's right. I need to go. Smelling farts cures cancer. I saw they're bringing back Oud Mineral. That's exciting. That was unfortunate that they discontinued. I thought that was a really interesting take on oud, like oud and seaweed. I thought that behind you, the spice blend was a 450. The 450s are huge. How do you guys spray those? I don't know any 450s. And I thought that one is your favorite. I have a 250. Udis Fawn. I have a 250 Udis Fawn and a 125 Udis. Do I? Wait. I think I have two Udis Fawns. Hold on a second here. Hold on. I know I have two of them. Okay. Here is one. Oh, there goes Beaudejour. Here's one. And I have one over there somewhere. I think it's a 250. How do you guys remember all this stuff? Do you guys remember like every bottle that you own and like the size of it too? This smells different than this. But this sprayer is crapped out too. That's this is the early formulation with the CD. Well, look at this. Like they're crapped out. See? It's Christian Dior. It's so leathery, eh? It's like rose and leather. Kratos says, one girl I dated loved the walks in the wilderness. She always wanted to travel 3 to 4 hours to get there. Screw that. I'd rather use the gas money on bottled fragrances. I gotta have my Bro, what are you talking? That sounds like amazing to me. I love long drives. I Man, hey, but if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. That's cool, but that sounds like something I'd like to do. One girl I dated loved the walks in the wilderness. I love those too. How do you not? I love that. Just being with flow, with the trees, with the breath of the trees, the running water. I know I used to do shit like this too. Like not this example, but I would do crazy shit to like pull money away from certain things and then drive them towards fragrance purchases. We've all done those, you know. Sometimes it would cut out on food, or you would cut out on whatever it was, wherever you could, on going out, on clothing, on anything that you possibly could to drive that cash towards fragrance. I've done it 1,000 times, just to get more perfumes. Well, yeah, like you say, gotta have my priority. You have your priorities. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. My first girlfriend had a mustache before I did. Damn, bro. Nosy neighbor, what's happening? The new next rates are 50 ml. Still, the price is outrageous. Yeah, 750 Canadian bucks. Damn. That's like Roja prices. Not quite, but what else is up there? What else is up in that stratosphere? 750 bucks. What are the Amouage Atars? They had like 3 ml Atars, didn't they? Let's spark one. Yeah, I don't smoke in the house though. I'm searching for my decant of Cartier Baiser du Dragon. I have this problem. I have samples everywhere, and when I'm looking for something, I can never remember where the hell I put it. I guess that's where it's good to be organized. Pradeep says Bois d'Argent is water now. People who just buy that regularly are complaining at the boutique. They can only smell paper. Alan says, I gifted myself that bottle of Juby 40. I needed a way to rationalize the price. I remember doing shit like that all the time. I remember when this arrived. I remember this arrived to the house, and there was a parcel. When I came home from work, there was a parcel. It was sitting at the front door, and I was like, "Oh shit! Okay, so there's the parcel. I'm gonna bring it in, but should I show it to the wife or should I like put it in my bag?" And I put it in my bag, and I was like, she didn't see it. She would have picked it up, and she would have brought it in the house. or it could be a test to see if I'll say anything. So I didn't say anything. I came in the house and I picked it up because I was buying tons of perfume. I was spending like friggin' $3,000 a month on perfume at the time. And I remember Maria going, what was that parcel at the front door? Because the front door was window, it was glass. You could see like it was like frosted glass and you can see outside. And I was like, I'm not sure. I don't know. I came in through the garage. Yeah, I came in through the garage and I hid the parcel in the garage. That's what I did. I didn't have a bag. I hid in the garage. And yeah, that kind of stuff happens all the time when you got, when you got priorities, right? Shoulder pads big is next level. Do you like body corals? That's the eucalyptus. I don't own the body corals. I've smelled it. I thought it was nice. Body corals, but I think a lot of people enjoy body corals. I don't know it as well as I'd like to. All this shroom talk and yeah, Bobby, do you have that issue too? Bobby's another Dior guy. The privy sprayers seem iffy. Yo, Bobby, what you wearing, Bobby? Show us what you're wearing. Duncan says he's wearing lots of vanilla, Margie. Cut out on the therapy session. I haven't been to therapy in friggin' years. But I'm always like psychoanalyzing myself. That's what weed is good for. If you want to psychoanalyze yourself, that's a great way to go inside. That's one of the benefits. You could really go inside and uncover all that grit, that grime, that stuff, the shadows that we run from. I get my Cristal ADP for the holidays 2019 batch. I love it. Hope to have your samples too. That would be the gift. Don't want anything else. Okay. Are you going to wait for the new bottle of Cristal in the square bottle or the original? Because Pradeep was saying that Cristal has changed. Are you starting to lose hope in Frederick Mulhouse, says Richolas? I feel like they haven't released anything worthwhile. No, I love Frederick. I love Heaven Can Wait. I think it's totally my thing. So I don't think I'm not losing any hope at all. I think their perfumes are getting better and better and better and better and better. I'm not losing faith at all. I'm not sure why people are saying that. What about, is it Uncut Gem? Like it's one perfume. Even before that, what was it Rosenqueer before that? Rosenqueer? No, Synthetic Jungle. There was 3 green perfumes in a row. All great. Rosenqueer, Synthetic Jungle. What was the other one? I think it was a green one. Don't make me go get it. Somebody remind me. I thought it was brilliant for iris and violet lovers and eugenol lovers, clove and carnation. There's a carnation in there, right? I can swear I smelled carnation in Heaven Can Wait. So who was it? Alan that says carnation is heavily underrated. There is your carnation. I loved Heaven Can Wait. It's so romantic. It's so poetic. It's so beautiful. What would be your favorite between Udis Fahan, Ombre Nomad, and Santal? All right, so these are all 3 really good rose ouds. And my personal favorite that I enjoy wearing the most is Santal Royal. I love the complexity of it. I love the leatheriness of Udis Fahan. And I love kind of the playfulness of Ombre Nomad. I find that the least serious of the 3. It's fun and it's playful and it's flirty and it's got that huge spanking vanilla in there, which makes it fun. But I love kind of that dirtiness of Santal Royal, like that muskiness. I get that layer of filth, like a dirtied up rose. Udisfahan is quite dirty as well. But so is Rose 31 from Le Labo. That's a good dirty rose. Gregoire says, my newest brain explosion was Oud Maracuya from Maison Crivelli. Have you tried? I have not. I've not. Catherine says, I received Heaven Can Wait for 40th anniversary. Surprisingly good. Happy 40th anniversary, Catherine. Congratulations. That's amazing. 40th. Good for you. Eugene, which do you prefer, Traverse de Bosphore or Seville Lob? Oh, so different perfumes. Traverse is heavier, and Seville is like a freshie. This is an amber perfume. What is Seville? Seville is like florals. I got a lot of orange florals, orange blossom. Was it Neroli? What else was in there? Incense. I remember a lot of incense. Like Petit Grain. I love all those, like those soapy orange Petit Grains and Nerolis and stuff. What was the base of Seville Lob? I don't remember the base. Look at that, same color. Almost. Wow. That's awesome. I never noticed that before. Same color, right? And you know what else is that same color? Where are you? Check this out. Look at this. How handsome is that? How handsome is that? Now, which do I prefer? Traverse is so beautiful. It's so lovely with that nuttiness. Like, I do want to bite into this. And it's musky and furry and sexy. It's so sexy, eh? This is exciting to wear. It's really exciting. And Seville, it's been so long. I remember this being so fresh and weightless, but nice, like very nice. What was this inspired? This was inspired. This is like a love story behind this, isn't there? It's so green. There's like twigs and branches and parts of the orange peel, orange flower, orange powder. There's some fruitiness here. Which do I prefer? I think I prefer Traverse. Well, this is beautiful. This is beautiful as well. This really is nice. But Traverse is like very special. It's like Shalimar special. We don't have the new bottles of Cristal in Macedonia yet. I bought the square bottle with the black cap with the silver stripes. Yeah, okay, good. Music for a while, synthetic jungle, rose and queer, all good. So don't get the designer complaint. Even uncut is not mass appealing. I don't think it's mass appealing at all. I don't think there's anything in there that's mass. It's not going to appeal to the same people that wear Sauvage and Bleu. I find it very different. It's much more woodier, and it's got roots in there. There's Angelica in there. You're not going to find Angelica in like a mainstream massive fragrance, like the rooty elements from the ground. You know, people don't want that in mass appealing perfumes. They want cotton candy and fudge and Oreos and ice cream and Ben and Jerry's. They don't want roots. They don't want radishes. Radishes are bitter. Patchouli Poppy, what's happening, man? Santa de Montclair Le Solstice. It's good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Dare says, just splurged on the discontinued Ombre Eternal. Gonna hit a dab to celebrate. Dab. All right. Good for you. What'd that cost you? What are those going for now? Big leather. Big ambery leather. Animalic ambery leather. Spicy. Powdery. There's a big iris in there. Caramel. Big caramel. Let's pull this out. Oh, it's been so long. Look at this. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's been so long. Huge leather. It's like a ripping leather. It's dark and scratchy and biting. Super spicy. I know I get that goopy caramel, though. That kind of brings everything together. It has the feeling of a brand new car, like a very expensive new car interior, leather interior. Like Aston Martin style leather. Sevilla Lob is orange blossom, but not that overripe fruit. What are your thoughts on Chanel Lizzo Edinburgh? Absolutely loved it. I picked that up this morning. I thought about spraying it. I was going through all my Chanels before going with Potency, but I picked up the two green ones and I thought about wearing them. Edinburgh, and what's the other green one? Deauville. Edinburgh and Deauville. I thought about spraying those. Currently, I'm watching my cats run around and enjoy the new apartment. Plenty of entertainment. Awesome. You got a new place. How is it? You got room for all your perfumes, I hope. Seville has an animalic beeswax that I love. Perfume Snob says, hi, live now. Just waking up, going to work. Awesome. Where do you live? 450 Canadian, well worth it. 400. Is it that much? Well, their retail at the time they were like $219. I think they're much more now. I think they're about 250. So you pay an extra $200 for discontinued fragrances. I mean, it's not that bad if it's something you really wanted. Gregoire says Frederick Mall is my favorite house. Right now I have more than 40. Does that mean you have 5 bottles of Promise, 4 portraits, 2 in rows? Of course. Or is that in your order? Number 5 is Promise. Number 4 is Portrait. Number 2 is Un Rose. Un Rose was my wedding day scent. And Uncut Gem, of course, The Night and the Moon. UK. All right. Cool. All right. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Anyway. The Wall of Mull. Who doesn't enjoy this? Or who does enjoy this? Somebody else must be enjoying this as well. I can't be the only one. They have number 19 Parfum 7 mil for 140 euros in the store, but my salary was not even 500 euros. I must save money and hope no one will buy it. I always go lurking the small box, praying to stay there. I always go and lurk the small box. Canadian dollar is so weak against the euro. Bad time to buy. Patchouli Poppy, congratulations, says, my brother got married last weekend, wore the night for dinner rehearsal. Diaghilev for the big day. Nice. Great choice. How's your brother enjoying marriage? I don't know. I love this. This to me is soft and warm and cozy, and it keeps me company, and I love it. It's persistent, but it's soft. It is very soft. And it's gotten softer since I got it. There was this kind of, when I first got it and wore it, there was this harshness to it. There was this spiciness to it that's all softened up. There was these sharp corners to it, and that's all kind of faded away into the background. It's so warm and powdery, and yeah, in some point, it still kind of reminds me of potpourri. Like I get a lot of that dryness from a bowl of potpourri with like rose and cedar chips and carnation or whatever is in like that dry bowl of potpourri, like dry slices of mandarin and cedar chips, you know, like flaked off pieces of wood. There's a lot of cedar in here as well. I think that's where the sharp edge comes from. I get a big cedar in the base. But a lot of powder. Prune. The prune really rounds everything off. I love, there's a prune in here, right? A plum. It's so, the prune really brings everything together. And it gives it that kind of color, that purplishness. What do you guys see with this? Too harsh for Elena's touch. Ooh, really? What about Rose and Queer? Was that not? I find Rose and Queer sharper, and I find Rose and Queer even more unbalanced, if that's what you're saying. Too harsh. What do you mean by too harsh? Unbalanced? I find this much more harsher with the sharp edges. This has that huge IBQ. This is extremely sharp and pointy. I find Heaven Can Wait really soft and warm, and Rose and Queer is cold. It's very cold. Chang says, I enjoy a lot of L'Eau d'Hiver recently. I was surprised to be asked what I was wearing. I thought it was too quiet to be noticed by others. It is very quiet. Even Dante Bra I find quiet as well. They were spectacular. Diaghilev is great. Favorite powder frag? I'm loving Helmut Lang. My favorite right now in this moment, if you ask me, it's going to be Dior Amour. That's what I've been enjoying for powder, like for soft powder, cosmetic powder, for fruity scented powder, for floral scented powder, for spicy powder, for ambery powder. It's like powder that it almost feels, it's not a gourmand, but I feel like I want to eat this, like pink powder, like unicorn powder. Persistent and soft. Yeah. I hope to get my bottle of Heaven Can Wait elegance in the bottle. Yeah, for sure. The love is always there, so not much has changed besides legalities. His scent of the day was Antoine's Cafe Rose. Great choice. Great choice. I wear rose for my wedding too. And I chose Une Rose because it's what I loved at the time, and that's what I wanted to wear. I don't know what I would wear today if I'm getting remarried. What would I wear? Huh. I think I would wear Mitsuko or 5. I think that's what I would wear. Mitsuko or number 5 today. Better than Rose and Queer. You find it better than Rose and Queer? There's a new Mask Milano by Antoine Lee called Ribbit. I wasn't aware. What did everyone else wear for their wedding day scent? Rose and Queer smells harsh in the dry down. It does, and it has those sharp elements. I love Rose and Queer. I love the mintiness of it. I love the leatheriness. I love the geranium. It has a lot of sharpness and harshness and jagged pieces, like pieces that don't necessarily fit together in the puzzle. They don't go, but they fit more like this in these strange positions. Rose and Queer smells harsh in the dry down. For me, it shares the same leather facet with the afternoon of a fawn. I cannot stand, unfortunately. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I like it. It has some fruitiness. Oh, you're always going to find fruitiness in Frederick Mall perfumes. Which notes make you sneeze or eye water? Pepper. Pepper will do it. Pepper. Poivre Samarcand has made me sneeze. Comme des Garçons black pepper has made me sneeze. What else? It's usually spices. Babouche wore Antaeus on his wedding day. But citrus will make your eyes water. Perfume Snobs is an Abbey Rouge EDP. I find the EDP is too dense for me. It's too heavy. It's so much more cloying and choking than the Eau de Toilette. I find the Eau de Toilette so fresh and refreshing and balanced. Well, the Eau de Parfum is like you spray and it just falls to the ground like a brick. It's like oof. It is a long wear. It's a big wear. Alan says, my wedding day frag was Hommage à l'Homme by Lalique. I get Hey from Un Fleur de Cassis. Yeah, there is this. There's a lot of dryness in Un Fleur de, that's that. It'll have you gasping for water for sure. And those yellow florals. That one makes my nose run for a little bit. I think citrus gets me because I'm heavy-handed with it. John Vicent says, Rose and Queer gives me a bit of an itchy nose syndrome. I love the mint and the pepper. It's peppery. There's like a bourbon. Oh, what is it? Bourbon vanilla? Bourbon pepper? Bourbon. There's some sort of bourbon vanilla. But it's peppery as well. Pradeep says, if I get married, Kuros, so the guests leave me alone. I had, my son was here and he had his friend, and I was like, guys, let me ask you what you think of this. Because they're young, they're 19 and 20, and they're wearing Sauvage and Armani Stronger With You and stuff like that. So I was like, let me ask you what you guys think of this. So I pulled out Kuros and I sprayed it, expecting them to be running out of here, screaming for the hills. And they're like, it's nice. I was like, you don't find it revolting or harsh or unpleasant? They're like, no, it's just smells like soapy clean. And I was like, oh, all right. So that's really interesting. It's cold here. It gets cold here too. At this point, I find mall scents repulsive. I'm with you. I can't wear them. There's times where I'm like, I want to buy a designer. And I scour the shelves. I'm like, what here excites me? What would I actually wear that I don't have? What would I wear? I was like, oh fuck, this is tough. It's like Givenchy, like the newest Givenchy's, maybe the gentleman's, maybe, if I had to force, like if I had to choose, I thought those were not bad, but they're not great. There's not a whole lot of great things at the mall. All right, guys, 2 hours. I'm gonna go outside, go hang out with the stars, talk to the stars, write them love letters. Maybe you'd like the Noir Extreme Parfum. Yeah, do you think Tom Ford's going to bring out all those discontinued signature blends into the private blends into the signature line? That'd be pretty cool if he did, eh? The more popular the frag is, the worse it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. You nailed that. The more it is loved, it's like the worse, because it has to appeal to so many people, so the more people appeals to, the more easier it is, the more, I don't know, uninteresting it becomes. The masses are uninteresting. You're not that interesting, masses. But I agree. I have a very feminine friend who wears Kuro, says Catherine, because it reminds her of driving her now grown boys home from sport. I know what you mean. The gym bag, the sweaty gym bag. It does have that, eh? Yeah. It definitely has like sweaty hockey bag. If you lived in Canada or ever played hockey and ever smelled a sweaty gym hockey bag, they're revolting. Absolutely gross. It's like a jock strap. Kurls has that jock strap. Yeah. Absolute pissy jock strap. Yeah, and go and be with the aliens. Go out as far as we can. All right, guys, it's good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. We got 46. Lick the stream if you're still here. Lick the stream, and we'll see you all very soon. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Until then, be well.